And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
Not again.
Brother?
It's a long story.
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will not take me, Shadow! You will not take me!
Mother.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others, then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place. By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty. Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
If that is your wish.
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
Such feeble creatures. Gifted the power of icons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
The sons of fire were united at last, and for but a moment their flame burned bright. Soon Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew, and so we bid you. Find Muthos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form. You ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Muthos, and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours. Mother.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all. Tanya won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time? Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What are you making them skies then?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing. But pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Wulu deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Or the moon.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Sid! Oh, you're new. Should I be worried?
You haven't been in...
Jill. Clive.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a
Indeed. Although, you're a little...
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate...
What did you say to me?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the...
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are... We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Any more of this, and I'll come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. And the markets of all the Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only... I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be...
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place... These accursed skies, or an entire...
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dal...
I hope so.
So? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. But if left to smolder, that anger...
My thoughts exactly. What? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods. If only they could agree on how.
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Sid...
Well, if it were... He'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces.
That sounds like a recipe for...
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will, it may still be possible to make... Before presenting them with a...
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save...
When all that fear and anger can be directed?
It appears we have a plan of act. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are... Don't worry. Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say...
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is, Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane? Come...
A pleasure, my lady.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver.
Victor says you took that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys...
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your...
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that, actually.
Conrad's not what you called the brat. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
Am
my shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Ah, here he is. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. It is only a matter of time before the peasants...
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship.
All right, if it will help. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully. With time, they may even...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury.
I take it your scouts found the bandit.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found all of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the city stakes I concede are high. But if this does not...
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
They need to overwhelm us.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn would have been...
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved...
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from
The plan worked. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty
Come now, Victor. Why quibble? We are unite. As for you, Sid, you fight.
I'll take that as a...
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Ma,
And you, Clive.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell down, there were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing...
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never off now. Where I need you is the Fallen Gate. Let the men know you've come to help.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive,
We deal with the...
These men don't have...
If you've come to rob this place...
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions.
Wade's men? But how did you... Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding up.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shout they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was...
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashics, and they got wounded with them!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe.
My brothers.
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to... But what about... I didn't ask. Oh, sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured...
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
You've never been one to shy away from death.
I see you're all...
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Nice try. Oh, not good. Too slow. Nice try. Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of...
But it won't be long before the...
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. School.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of you?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numb. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. But the inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more...
Well, when you put it like that...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar? It is an honor to make you... I am Oscar.
Murdoch.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother...
Well, go on, then. It's not...
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take... I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
But I am a shield no longer. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not to find... You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little... And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain...
Know that
I would not have it any other...
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts. On the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under...
I can't do it.
My lord.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures.
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many.
Akashic, but
Ultimate, and what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no... What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me, and protect them I shall. Because they are might. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your... But more than that, they are your people, your sisters, your brothers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are...
She speaks the truth, you know. This here. It's all we have.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk.
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some...
I'd like you to consider my...
What we need to consider.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appear... And perhaps they did.
You're a pikeman, yeah?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so... And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow.
Leave that to us.
My family.
Did you see the creatures that...
Creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then...
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when...
It's all right. Just At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be. Now, we should head for Moor.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out.
It was all they could do to escape.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
There are always more.
You have the town.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes, milady.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at...
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed him... it's not the most selfless of motives. Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a son, and the people I love. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe, but it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this...
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.